So the problem is that we're getting hundreds and hundreds of spam emails coming in through our web form. The solution: we're going to have a website form with a hidden input, hidden from the user but not hidden from the bots. The bots will fill out all the fields in the form, including the hidden field, indicating it is a bot. And that's what we mean by Honeypot, attracting the bot to fill in the hidden field. Okay, so we have a very simple web page. And on top we're going to add some PHP code, because for forms to function they require a server-side script like PHP. But that's going to be later. And I'll just put in some comments here just for now to remind me to put the PHP code in. So on this web page we have a form with 3 inputs. We've got the name, we've got the email, and we have a message. And each of them has an attribute of type, name, and required and placeholder. So the name attribute is going to be very important because we're going to use that in the PHP code when we get to that stage. Okay, let's do step 1. Let's add that fake input. So we'll have an input tag. I'm going to give it a name and an ID, which are quite common, so the bots think it's a realistic input. Okay, let's refresh the page. So that's our input there, the fake one. And we need to hide that. Okay, let's give it a class. Let's call it hide robot. So we'll have some styles in the head section, put in the style tag. And all we're doing is hiding that input. And we simply can do that by display none. So refresh the page again. Okay, and that input's hidden, the fake input. That's really it for the HTML and the CSS side of things. So now we're going to add the PHP code. And we start with the opening tag for PHP and a closing one. And don't worry if you don't know about PHP. You can copy the snippet below. I'll give a link to that. So we're going to check if that fake input has been filled in, and if it has been, then it's got to be a bot that's done it, because they'll attempt to fill all the fields in a form. So it can't be a real user if they've filled in that fake input, because it is hidden from the user. So here's the snippet. Just tidy up a little bit. Explain each section very briefly. That's the success message. Here we're checking if the form has been submitted. And here's the important bit here. We're going to have a variable called Honeypot, and that's going to take that fake input. Okay, so that is where you put your email address. I think everything's quite self-explanatory. Okay, so this is the important part, the conditional part. So we're going to check if that Honeypot value is empty or not. Now, if it has been filled in, then it's got to be a bot that's filled it in, because it's hidden from the user. And if it is empty, then we're going to use the mail command, PHP mail command, to send the message. So you are going to have to change this file name to a .php file, unless you've got PHP downloaded on your local machine. You won't be able to view this file. So the last thing is to display that success message. So go down to the end. So after the form, we're going to use a PHP line of code, and we're going to check if the success message has some value. And if so, then we just echo, or we just display the success message. I need to spell success correctly, double C. And okay, that's it. The result is a web form with 99% less spam.